Hey guys, Verlis here, and I've been doing a lot of meta-analysis because I just love the Pokemon metagame and I love making it so much more interesting. I went undefeated at regionals with an actual official Pokemon regionals. I went undefeated with a Snorlax, a Dunsparce, an Ambipom, and a Drifblim. People didn't know what to do about it, and you guys might not know what to do with or against it, but that's for a later show. Right now I'm talking about the Keyring. Klefki is hilarious, and I love him. When I first saw the leaked image of him before the game even came out, I was like, okay, this guy's gonna be awesome, and I need to make him work. We have a spectral, because I thought he might have been a ghost type. We have a spectral Keyring, and then I found out he had Prankster, and I'm like, oh, this guy's on my team, because he looks badass. I love his design, honestly. So I've been looking at his stats. They're low, and they're not happy. But if you play around them really well and give some obscure spreads and really try to make his EVs balance himself out, you can make it work. So I was thinking about as a careful or calm nature, give that lower special defensive boost and then only give it less EVs. So, give him the careful nature, put 64 special defense EVs in it, and then give 220 in HP and defense. This should round him out to about 260 defense, 260 special defense, and 280, I would really hope, maybe more, for health. And when you do something like that, he becomes a pseudo-tank. But he's a prankster, and he's the only prankster that can learn dual screens. So you see a Pokemon or a really heavy offensive start, so then you go Reflect. Well, now you just doubled his durability, which is making sure he stays out for an extra turn. Then you throw up Light Screen if it's really, if you want a really strong setup, or if you just want to really start harassing your opponent, throw out a Thunder Wave, and now you're set up to start using Foul Play. So, if you didn't catch that, I just really listed off my moveset really fast. Reflect, Light Screen, Thunder Wave, Foul Play. Foul Play makes it to where your Pokemon is hitting themselves with a 95 power Dark move. It's kind of awesome. So 400 attack Garchomp is going to maybe one-shot himself by uppercutting himself in the jaw. I think that's pretty wicked from a Keyring. So, now you have this dude that can beat up, set up, and just nut up. It's going to be hilarious. I've been also more or less thinking about him for double battles because I don't really care what Smogon has to say about Prankster, Thunderwave, because they say Tornadus is banned, and they make a lot of obscure bans, but if you're playing Pokemon rules, which are the regional rules, you're allowed to use a lot of the Uber Pokemon, and you're allowed to do some Drizzle, Swift Swim shenanigans. Yeah, that's really hard to say. Swift Swim shenanigans. But you're allowed to do those in regionals, and it's all going to be double battles. So I've been thinking about him in a double battle perspective as well. Aegislash Keyring. You're in trouble, because Aegislash gets an upwards of 450 in each defense stat, depending on how you play it. So I was thinking about making him a defensive tank with some special defense utility and health. That way he can survive Earthquake and he can survive some huge hits. It pretty much makes him two-shottable. So you get a Swords Dance to buff up your attack into really high levels while being in shield form, which makes you really hard to kill already. And then throwing up Reflector Light Screen pretty much turns you from a two-shot into a four-shot, which means you are now a tank sword with a Keyring just backing you up. After that, you can use Sacred Sword, Shadow Claw, or Shadow Sneak, and really just start to wreak havoc with damage while having a Foul Play backup. I was thinking about that as a pretty awesome start, but then I was also thinking, if you want to just be a jerk, if you want the other person to just have a hard time, Tornadus Keyring, double Thunder Wave Prankster first turn. After that, you go Reflect, and then Tailwind, Light Screen, Sludge Wave, because Sludge Wave hits both of your opponents, and if you're still alive by then, you can start using Foul Play and then start getting some extra shenanigans in there. But most likely, since those two are weak, they're going to go down. You're going to have two fresh Pokemon under Tailwind going against paralyzed Pokemon, which are essentially just really weak. So now that means you either have a chance to set up really well with a Swords Dance combo, that's when I bring in Aegislash and maybe another sweeper Pokemon, get a double Swords Dance, get a double stat boost, and then just proceed to use Tailwind to knock out the rest of their 4 Pokemon instantly. So, hopefully, you can look at Keyring, you can look at all the new Pokemon in New Light, because these guys are insane. And I'm going to be doing a lot more meta-analysis. I'm going to start breaking down other Pokemon, whole teams, the strategy that made me undefeated in regionals, just all sorts of shenanigans are going to be coming to you. And if you also like Minecraft or League of Legends, I do a lot of videos about that too. And so if you want to stick around, maybe subscribe, that'd be cool. And most importantly, just have a nice day.